I don't care if you're straight, I don't care if you're gay, I don't care who you love, I'm here to love you anyway. I don't care if you're black, I don't care if you're white, I don't care what color you are, I'm here to love you with all of my might. 'Cause you are my sister, you are my brother, you are a part of me. Let's face it, you are my family. I don't care if you're thin, I don't care if you're fat, I don't care what you eat. My love is so much larger than that. I don't care if you're rich, I don't care if you're poor, I don't care how much money you got. Loving you is what I was put here for. 'Cause you are my sister, you are my sister, you are my brother, you are my brother, you are a part of me. Let's face it, you are my family. There's no difference between you and me, no boundaries as far as I can see, no separation or alienation. We are all one.
There's no way you can leave, there's a way you're meant to be. It's easy. All you need is love. 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 Love is all you need. 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 This is a moment, this is the hour, time to put everything on the line. I am the answer, I am the reason, I'm a believer, it's all inside of me. And I will not be broken by some fear. I will not stand still again. And I won't fall apart like all those times before. 'Cause I won't take it anymore. 'Cause this is a revolution. I am a changer. I am the master of all I see. And I'm the beloved. I am a lover. I am the spirit inside of you and me. And I will not be broken by some fear. And I will not stand still.
Woohoo! Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sing it if you know it. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Sing it. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah.
Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Motor City Spiritual Center Sunday Celebration LoveStream for January 9th. January 9th, 2022. It is a cold and somewhat rainy, somewhat sunny Sunday morning here in southern Michigan. I'm Reverend Doug LeBeau. And our videos this morning, our opening video was All You Need Is Love by my dear friend Dave Blasucci and his partner in life and music, Mandy Williams, with guests Lord Christopher Guest on mandolin. You may know Christopher Guest from all of his movies and from Spinal Tap. And Jeff Baxter, Jeff Skunk Baxter on pedal steel guitar. Jeff's a great musician who's also done an awful lot of TV film scoring. And then after that, we had Robin Hackett singing This Is the Moment. Robin's a great friend of ours. And, of course, One Big Family by Gary Floyd and Jamie Lula, two of my closest friends on this planet. I've just been... Jamie was here last week, and Gary and I have just completed the recording sessions for a Disney project he's singing on for me, which is awesome. And we were using a new technology called Session Wire that allowed me to record him remotely from his home in Reno to mine in Michigan. Life is moving forward. Probably the biggest thing in the news this week, of course, there was the 1-year anniversary of the insurrection in Washington on the 6th. And somebody texted me this week really protesting my use of the word insurrection in one of my daily Your Mindful messages, saying, how dare I refer to that peaceful gathering in Washington, D.C., that peaceful protest in Washington, D.C. as the insurrection. Well, I got to tell you, 6 people died, and 4 more members of that Capitol Police force committed suicide because of the insurrection. It was an insurrection. It was not a peaceful protest. Also this week in the news, on Friday, a judge sentenced Gregory McMichael and Travis McMichael to life in prison without the possibility of parole, and their neighbor, William Roddy Bryan, to life with the possibility of parole after 30 years for the killing of Ahmaud Arbery. And while I don't believe that there's any justice in a murder trial because someone's lost their life, I do think that was the right thing for them to do, for that judge to do, to sentence them to life without the possibility of parole. None of us get to take the law into our own hands here. We live in a society with municipal governments and laws, and it's their job to protect us from each other and from health concerns like the coronavirus, and to keep our streets and neighborhoods safe. And that's why we have police forces who are sworn officers. It's their job to make arrests. Citizen's arrest means that you've seen a crime happen, not that you suspect someone might have maybe done a crime, and so you get to chase them down and kill them. I'm glad these men were sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. They did a horrible thing. So I want to take us right into prayer from that point, and I just want to acknowledge that during this prayer and most of my treatments on these Sunday celebration love streams, I use a beautiful piece of piano music by my musical and spiritual partner in crime of many, many years, Reverend Donna Michael, who's in Nashville, recovering from the snow in Nashville. So let's go directly now to into prayer. Ah, yes, there's the beautiful dulcet tones of Donna's piano playing. I'm going to pull that down just a little bit. As I invite us all to simply take a breath and to digest this week. Another week as we are protecting ourselves, hopefully, from infecting each other with the coronavirus. My old drummer in my band at the Global Truth Center, Ray Frisbee, used to say when he was sick, he didn't say he was sick, he would say he was hosting a party for biological microorganisms. I hope that you are not hosting a party for biological microorganisms this week, as I know this truth for myself and for each of us, that there is one life. That life is God. That life is perfect, and that life is my life now, and the life of each of us who are here in real time watching this live love stream, or whether you watch this later, because Dr. Holmes, the founder of religious science, the science of mind, teaches us that there is no time or place in the energy of prayer. There is no time or place or space in treatment or healing, the revelation of truth. And what is the truth? The truth is that God is all there is, and that we live in a universe where what we think and what we believe has a direct influence on what we experience. And so, affirmative prayer, what I'm doing right now, telling the truth, brings it about. And what I know right now in this moment is that we are all blessed to be here, to be alive, to be on planet Earth at this moment. There's one life. It's God. It's our life right now, and it's good. And so I just simply take the time to bless our get-together today, to bless the the message that I tell, to bless the music that we hear, and to bless the interaction of each of our souls with each other on planet Earth. Sunday, January 9, 2022. Knowing that all is well, I release my blessing into the action of the law. I let it be and I let it go in gratitude, and as I do so, as I let it be and know that it is done, together we affirm this blessing by saying, and so it is. And so it is. I want to remind you that the vision and mission of the Motor City Spiritual Center is love, grow, and awaken. It's a verb. It's something for us to do, to love ourselves and each other, to grow in our understanding of our unity with spirit and with each other, and then to awaken to a higher level of living spiritually and physically because of that love and that growth. And knowing that this past week, and especially the anniversary of January 6th, brought up an awful lot of stuff for people, I especially am thrilled on a weekly basis to have the opportunity, on a daily basis, to say the Ho'oponopono prayer of forgiveness and reconciliation, coming from its Polynesian roots through the Hawaiian tradition and into our lives. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. As I said, when the pandemic started, and we started, also during the beginning of the pandemic was the beginning of the resurgence of the Black Lives movement, and some people thought that this was something, I was wanting us to say because specifically because of, racism. And the Black Lives Movement. And it's really not about that. The Ho'oponopono prayer is about balance in our lives. It's about reconciliation in our lives. When we say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, we may be saying that to another person. We may be saying that to ourselves. We may be saying it to a life situation. And, one of our greatest New Thought teachers, and certainly one of Dr. Holmes's greatest influence, was Ralph Waldo Emerson. And he said, write it on your heart that every day is the best day of the year. He is rich who owns the day, and no one owns the day who allows it to be invaded with fret and anxiety. Finish every day and be done with it. You've done what you could. Some blunders and absurdities no doubt crept in. Forget them as soon as you can. Tomorrow is a new day. Begin it well and serenely with too high a spirit to be cumbered with your old nonsense. This new day is too dear with its hopes and invitation to waste a moment on the yesterdays, which is why I love the Ho'oponopono prayer, to do just that. To do just that. To forget those blunders and absurdities as soon as you can. Tomorrow is a new day. Today is a new day. And the way that I think it's easiest for us to do that is to speak our word. I'm going to talk later about the power of our word, but to speak our word, I teach people how to pray verbally. I don't think that a prayer said in the quietude of our mind has the same power as a prayer spoken verbally, using the energy of our body to engage our vocal cords. When we say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, when we say that out loud and engage the energy of our body to make that sound, we're causing a ripple in the life, in the one life. So let's say that together. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. One more time. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Let's just take 2 minutes now to listen to Karen Drucker's version of this prayer, set to music, beautifully done. just take 2 minutes to just reflect and put ourselves back into balance.
I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you,
Mahalo,
I love you.
aloha,
I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you,
Mahalo,
I love you.
aloha,
I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you.
Thank you, Karen Drucker, for that beautiful reminder. I love the way that you do that. Let's go on to Dr. Holmes. Excuse me, a little something in my throat this morning. Let's read Dr. Holmes's promises together. Here we go. I keep the promise that I have made myself to affirm in this moment that I am abundant, healthy, strong, and happy. I keep the intention to daily speak this truth to my inner soul, telling it that it is wonderful and marvelous, that it is one with the great cause of life, truth, power, and action. I whisper these things into my soul until it breaks forth into songs of joy with the realization of its limitless possibilities. I assure my soul. Let's assure our souls right now by singing my song, I Remember Who I Am.
One, two, three.
I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are. His pure spirit. I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are. His pure spirit. We are life, we are light, we are love. We are joy, we are peace, we are wisdom. And beautiful harmony. We are pure spirit. I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are. His pure spirit and who we are. His pure spirit and who we are. His pure spirit.
And who we are is pure spirit. I don't want this week to go by without remembering Sidney Poitier, who passed away the other day. Wow, towering figure in American cinema. First black man to be nominated for an Academy Award as Best Actor for The Defiant Ones. First black man to win the Academy Award 10 years later, 1967 for 1963, I'm sorry, for The Lilies of the Field. 1967 had an amazing year in film. He starred in the Heat of the Night, in To Sir with Love, and also in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. It was the top box office draw of that year, even though many movie theaters in the South would not show his movies because he was a black man. Rest in power, Sidney Poitier. In the very, very first issue of Science of Mind magazine, Dr. Holmes printed what he called his Declaration of Principle, what we believe. Printed it on the back inside cover of the very first issue of then called the Religious Science Monthly. It has since become known as our Declaration of Principle, or what I believe, what we believe. We use it on a weekly basis, or a part of it on a weekly basis, to declare, to anchor ourselves in this teaching. I love to say this. Please say this with me. I believe in one power, one living spirit, one indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause. I believe that spirit expresses through me and is the unity of all life. I believe that the kingdom of heaven is within, and that we experience this kingdom to the degree that we become conscious of it. I believe that all thought is creative, and that how I choose to think creates my personal experience. I believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life to all. I want to remind you that the Motor City Spiritual Center is a radically inclusive and mindfully non-racist and non-sexist spiritual community. All are lovingly welcomed here. And that means all are lovingly welcomed here. Our affirmation for this week, for January 9th, it says January 2nd. I made a mistake on that. It should say January 9th. I missed that somehow. Well, it is, I see an amazing life all around me. I see an amazing life all around me. Say that with me. I see an amazing life all around me. I see an amazing life all around me. Let's go on to the flames of faith. Let's align ourselves with all the other people on this planet who practice spirituality in all the beautiful ways that they do. We perform this ceremony on Sundays to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all people and all faiths, all beings come from the one great universal principle which we call spirit. The unity candle represents the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. We light the first candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the second candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the third candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, which is the natural way. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, my tradition of birth, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of compliance with the will of God as the highest calling. We light the 8th candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the 9th candle, honoring all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principle. We light the 10th candle for inclusivity, affirming that all are welcome here. And as we light the healing candle, please put silently into the light the names of loved ones, knowing that they have the experience of Spirit's eternal love. Do you know somebody who needs prayer and treatment this morning? I do. Several people. So let's go ahead and include those people in our treatment this morning. Here's what I know. I know that there is one life, that life is God, that life is my life and the life of each of us who are listening, paying attention, watch this later. I know that life is perfect and unfolding perfectly. I know that each one of us individualizes this power for good, which expresses itself through us and as us, which evolves itself through us and as us, and as it evolves the universal construct of the cosmos, it does so through its creativity, through its infinite compassion, its infinite love and caring, kindness. Right now, I speak my word for myself and for each of us who may need healing from any dis-ease in our experience right now. Knowing that Spirit, God, universal consciousness is all there is, and it is healing. It is love. Euphemistically, it holds us in its hands in this moment as it embraces us, wraps its spiritual arms around us, supporting us as it indwells us. Our job is to acknowledge it, to consciously know that it is healing, holding, loving us in this and every moment. And the more that we consciously pay attention to Spirit's influence on our life and the life around us, the more healing we experience for ourselves, and the more healing the world itself will and does experience. I know that all is well, that life is good, and that we are good in this life. And knowing that this is the truth of who we are and what we are, I release my word into the action of love, into the action of the law, cause and effect, knowing that the universe hears exactly what we think and believe and acts upon it in this moment. I know that all is well, life is good, we are good in it, and so I release my word into the action of the law, letting it be so, letting it bless us as we bless ourselves by aligning ourselves with the divine. Knowing this is true, I let it be and I let it go, and as I release it and know that it is done, together we affirm this blessing by saying, and so it is, and so it is. This week, I don't have a live musician this week, but I do have a beautiful song for us to listen to by my dear friend Eddie Watkins Jr. It's called The Garden. Let's take a couple of minutes to enjoy this beautiful little video by Eddie Watkins Jr.
There is a garden where dreams come true. A beautiful garden where God's grace blooms. There is a garden where everything grows. A beautiful garden where love is sown. And in this place of light and love, you can have anything that you're dreaming of. There is a garden where dreams come true. A beautiful garden, that garden is you. And in this place of light and love, you can have anything that you're dreaming of. There is a garden where dreams come true. A beautiful garden, that garden is you. Such a beautiful garden, that garden is you.
Such a great song. Thank you, Eddie, for letting me play your song this week. There is a garden where dreams come true, a beautiful garden where God's grace blooms. There is a garden where everything grows, a beautiful garden where love is sown. And in this place of light and love, you can have anything that you're dreaming of. There is a garden where dreams come true, a beautiful garden. That garden is you. I saw a great cartoon this week, posted on Facebook. I think my friend Reverend Alice Reed posted it. This one character is saying to the other, "Aren't you terrified of what 2022 could be like? Everything is so messed up." And the other character says, "I think it will bring flowers." And the first character says, "Yes, why?" And the second character says, "Because I'm planting flowers." That is exactly the point. If you want to have a 2022 that turns out the way that you want to, you have to plant the flowers that you want to plant. What are you planting? Our January theme this month is Start Your Engines. Let's go down that road of life. Start your engines. And this week my topic is I Spy with My Little Eye. Have you ever played I Spy with My Little Eye? If you have kids, you've probably played I Spy with My Little Eye in the car or in the supermarket. It's a game where one player, the spy, chooses an object within sight and announces to the other players, "I spy with my little eye something beginning with," and you name the letter of the object. Other players attempt to guess what the object is. It's a great, if you're driving down the road or if you're with your child in a supermarket or some other store. Watch this clip.
Okay, I spy with my little eye something red. Is that red card?
Hi, I'm Amanda, and this is my daughter, Nola. Today we're at the flea market. It is the perfect place to play one of our very favorite games, I Spy. You excited? It's a great brain-boosting activity that you can play just about anywhere with kids of all ages.
Come on, we'll show you how.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Okay, here's how you play I Spy. First, you choose one of the players to be the spy. And then the spy chooses an object silently, like, say, this blue globe. And then reveals the object to the other players by saying, I spy with my little eye something blue. Then the other players try to guess what the secret object is. If they're having trouble figuring it out, then the spy can give an additional hint.
We'll show you how it's done. Mom, you be the spy first.
Oh, all right. Let's see. Let me find an object. Okay, let's start over here first. All right, let me pick an object. Let's see. Oh, here's an important tip. Do not look directly at the object when you're giving your hints. That is a dead giveaway. All right, I have my object. Cover your ears. I chose the red dye. All right, Nola, you ready? Okay, I spy with my little eye something red.
Is it that W?
It is not that W.
Is it that red stripe around the pin?
Ooh, good one. I hadn't even noticed that. No, that's not what I was looking at.
Is it the red dye?
Ah, yes, you did it. It is that red dye. And you said the right word because dice is 2 and a die is actually just 1. So you got it. Good job. This game is so good for kids' brains. It's not only a great way to expand their vocabularies, but it also develops their powers of observation. So Nola, you want to play again? Yeah. Okay. I spy with my little eye something red.
Is that red card?
All right, so you're probably saying, why did Doug show us this video of I Spy? Because it's a game about observation, and it's not just for children. The point is, do you observe the magnificence of life around you? I mean, do you walk around saying, I spy with my little eye something that is magnificently beautiful? Because you could do that anywhere. I spy with my little eye something that is magnificently beautiful. Do you walk around daily with your mouth wide open in absolute awe at the infinite number of wonders around you? And if not, why not? It's not too late to start. Beauty is everywhere. God's magnificence is everywhere present, just waiting for us to awaken to it, to take a look at it. You know, we can do it from anywhere. And it's not just the vistas around us. It's in the car we drive. It's in the home we live in. It's in the neighbor's dog. It's in the traffic light. And all of the people that we meet. We encounter these wonders every minute of every day. But do we say, I spy with my little eye this magnificent thing in front of me? We live in a wonderland that invites us to marvel at everything magnificent in it. And there's a lot of magnificence in it. There's a lot of love also in our experience here on planet Earth. But here's a good question. How often do we play see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, and fail to notice the divine in everything? Spirit is everywhere around us, in us, as us. And right now, we can activate our sense of awe and magnificence simply. I want to play a little exercise with you. Right now, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just stop. Find an everyday object and just look at it. Okay? I'm looking at I'm in my studio and I'm looking at a microphone stand, a little microphone stand on my desk. But you look at something, anything. I'm looking at this little microphone stand that I'm not actually using right now, but I'm looking at it, okay? So really look at something with eyes of wonder and awe and amazement. I'm looking at this because it's got this this adjustment that allows you to move things in any direction. And that's like so brilliant. So look at something with your eyes of wonder and awe and amazement. Notice all aspects of it. What's it made of? This is metal and plastic. A lot of metal and plastic. What uses does it have? How is it shaped? What color is it? How is it designed? Who created it, do you think? What might be the inspiration behind it? Was it artist? Was it art? Was it utilitarian? Is it one of those, necessity is the mother of invention things? Allow yourself to really appreciate something about the object that you're looking at. Now, maybe you're near a window or your front door or your back door or whatever. Now look at something in nature and do the same thing. Something, a tree, a flower, a rock, an animal, a river, the sun, or the clouds, or the moon, depending on where you are and when you watch this. Aren't they amazing? There is awe-inspiring beauty everywhere. And all of it is God in full, glorious expression. When we begin to focus ourselves on the amazing beauty of the universe and everything in it, then it becomes possible to entertain more wonder and beauty in our lives, not only about ourselves and our world, but about other people and their experience of the world themselves. We begin to sense that everyone is as amazing and complex as we ourselves are, everyone else is. And when we begin to wonder about people that we don't even know, we begin to expand our circle and include more people in it. That draws us closer to each other and to an experience of the divine and increases our empathy and our compassion. This sense of wonder and awe is where love begins. Our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, the founder of religious science and the science of mind, said, "When a person stands in awe of grandeur, something deep within him responds. Something within him embraces the ocean. Something within him melts into the mountain, and he becomes one with them." And it's the same with people. We live in a multitude of people. And when we stand in awe of all people, something deep within us responds. Something within us embraces them. Something within us melts into the multitude, and we become one with them. Last week, we started talking about this idea of spiritual alchemy. Spiritual alchemy, the idea that our perception has the power to transform things for the better, real or imagined, by recognizing that the extraordinary is inherent within the ordinary. I'm elevating this spiritual alchemy to our one of our superpowers, by recognizing that the extraordinary is inherent within the extraordinary. When we choose to do that, meaning recognizing that divinity is inherent within all individuals and all things, then we can begin to better perceive our oneness and our interconnectedness, our interdependence with each other. We talk about the fact that the metaphysical nature of the universe is that spirit, the universe, God, is always paying attention to what we think and what we believe. Everything begins as a divine idea. The Big Bang. Everything since has begun as a divine idea, and the form of it, what we actually see, The form of it, what we actually experience, everything we see, everything that we experience, is an expression of our consciousness, divine consciousness, individualized consciousness. Our entire experience here on planet Earth is a demonstration of the interconnectedness of life, the creativity, the beauty, the perfection. And this idea is not new. Michael Beckwith often refers to this as ancient new thought, ancient wisdom. This idea was evident in the ancient Sanskrit truth tat, tavam, asi, you are that. It was also evident in the ancient African philosophy Ubuntu, I am because you are. And it was also in the ancient Mayan civilization, the Mayan precept, in lak ech, you are my other me. If I do harm to you, I harm myself. If I love and respect you, I love and respect myself. It's only when we refuse to live in wonder and awe that we experience separation. Separation from God, separation from each other, distrust and violence, like this that we just celebrated a 1-year anniversary of, that we recognize, I don't want to say celebrated, but that we recognized a 1-year anniversary of. It's when we refuse to live in wonder and awe that we abuse this life and our planet. Guru Nanak, who was the founder of the Sikh tradition, calls on each of us to see no stranger. This is a high calling because it means loving people even when they don't love you, and being in wonder and awe of people even when they refuse to do the same for you. This week, I'm calling on each of us to recognize that we are surrounded by and immersed in awe-inspiring beauty, wholeness, perfection all around us. The universe is abundant and resplendent. There are no limits to the magnificence of the wonder that Spirit has created. Each person, each flower, each stone, each animal, each drop of water is a necessary and glorious part of the whole that is the divine. So the more that we begin to practice this spiritual alchemy and recognize that the extraordinary is inherent within the ordinary, the more that we can appreciate others as parts of ourself, or maybe at least as parts of ourself that we don't know yet, the one whole. And then the greater our capacity to love and experience joy can be. Because the truth of the matter is that God in each of us, as each of us, is each of us. I have a backronym for us this week. It's wonder. The word, our spoken word, remember I said when we pray verbally we have more power. The word is the originator. The nature of divinity evolves our reality. Our word is the power that causes evolution. So this week, be conscious of spiritual alchemy, knowing that the extraordinary is inherent within the ordinary. Everywhere you go, play I Spy. I spy with my little eye something magnificent out there, in here. Yes. I want to remind you that our affirmation, even though it says January 2nd, is for January 9th. Our affirmation is, I see an amazing life all around me. And Dr. Holmes reminds us that our experience here is perfect God, perfect human, perfect being. I want to thank you for tuning in today to hear this message and take this hour to center. If you would like to support the If you'd like to support the Motor City, not my old ministry, but this ministry, the Motor City Center for Spiritual Living. No, the Motor City Spiritual Center. Then you can do so through Venmo. You can also do so through PayPal. If you're going to use Venmo, there's the code, or you can use the number 442-999-7292. And if you're going to give through PayPal, you can use the email address motorcityspiritualcenter@gmail.com. Yes. Our giving affirmation: divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of this spiritual center, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. I'm so blessed. I'm going to move back here so you can see me play. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful for all that I have. I'm so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. All is well, and I am grateful. All is well, and now it's time to let it go. All is well, and I am grateful. Life is good, and so it is. I know Spirit blesses and protects you. And I know that Spirit's kind and gracious to you and as you. And I know Spirit shines its light upon you and is your peace. 'Cause all is well, and I am grateful. All is well, and now it's time to let it go. All is well, and I am grateful. Life is good, and so it is. Life is good, and so it is. Life is good, and so it is. Have a great week. Peace and blessings, everybody. I spy a wonderful life for each and every one of you. Take care. Have a good week.
I can't help it, God makes me wanna sing. I can't help it, God makes me wanna sing. Makes me feel so good, I can do most anything. I am loving every living thing. I can see the face of God in paupers and kings. Whoa, yeah. We're all precious, no one less or more. And we've all got the same treasure in store. That's why I'm loving every living thing. I can't help it, God makes me wanna sing. I can't help it, God makes me wanna sing. Makes me feel so good, I can do most anything. I'm believing in my guiding light. No matter what comes, it always turns out right. Whoa, yeah. I just dig down to how I feel. Take a deep breath and grab the wheel. I'm believing in my guiding light. I can't help it, God makes me wanna sing. I can't help it, God makes me wanna sing. Makes me feel so good, I can do most anything. I am rising to a higher place.
way.